And welcome back, everyone. It is pretty late in the night, but we definitely appreciate that you are back for the last series of the evening. We have Run versus the Immortals. We have Team Hong Kong versus the one from Vietnam, right? What do I want to say? Vietnam, yes.
Hong Kong versus Vietnam, yep. Immortals from Vietnam, Hong Kong team is Run. And Run going to have their work cut out for them because even though the Immortals are not like a top tier team, they're definitely like the top of the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're really, really strong. It's hard to say actually which team is stronger, team efficiency or Immortals, but this win, will either further put Immortals ahead or they'll just be just slightly ahead,
right?
Depending on what happens today in this final match of the night. We just had two explosive, fiery matches, Susie. A 5-2 and a 5-0. Let's see if Run can prevent the second 5-0 in a row, because Run has been known for having some tough times in their matches, like taking very few set wins.
Yeah, but you know what? Run is always a lot of fun to watch. I do enjoy, like, there's the enjoyment I get from watching Elong because Elong is so good and they're so accurate and you're like, whoa, high level play. But then there's like the excitement you have from watching Run because they're so aggressive and they're the YOLO team of the century, right?
Yeah.
But I love that. I love that tactic where they just go in and they're just like, you know what happens, what happens. So it is exciting to see. They have taken games off of teams before, and they legitimately beat Coalition when the two of them played. And so, I mean, I don't want to write them off completely either.
I mean, they're in Gold League, right?
Yeah.
They're not a bad team.
Oh, yeah.
So,
obviously.
I mean, this team is solid. They have their own way of doing things, they have their own style, and sometimes they take wins with it. So, hopefully against the Immortals, they can figure something out with that.
Yeah.
The first map is going to be Ruinberg, and then we're going to go into Mines for the series. If we go to a tiebreaker, of course, it will be Himmelsdorf, as we mentioned before. But I think Ruinberg is possibly one of the strongest maps for Run, especially on the attacking side.
Yeah.
They can just get out there and do their damage early.
And it looks like they are on the attack first.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So this might work out to their advantage. All I know is that it's going to be a very, very fun matchup. Immortals, too. I mean, Immortals don't run as a pack like Horsemen or Run do.
I feel like there's like a really technical team. They're always trying to make some really specific strategy work. Like they switch their lineup a lot, they switch their players a lot, they switch their tanks a lot. Like okay, they take every single game like very differently. Whereas if you look at like how Horsemen and TE were playing earlier, it's like every single game they're running the same tanks no matter what. They're just going to try to make that style work for the series. Immortals, I feel like much more technical. Doesn't always work for them, but we'll
see, that's what's interesting, right? So you have a really super technical team versus a team that YOLOs. It's like, how will it pan out? We don't know, but we will see because game one is ready. Let's go. Okay, welcome to Ruinberg, everyone, where the sun never sets and it's always this lovely sunset at all time. We have Run on the attack, like we said, and here's the tank lineup. 5100, an IS-3, 4 T-54s, go figure, it's Run, and a 12-ton with Kelvin on that. For the Immortals, we've got Catan and Zeus on IS-3s, Ningyo rolling the 5100, 2 T-54s, the 1390, which I like a lot, and the T-37. Now, the Immortals are going to want to be the net that catches the push here of Run. Run is just running through the middle, as you'd expect. They are. The entire team just running all together, straight down the middle. They don't even care to hide themselves. They just want to be known and to start taking shots.
Now, Ningyo needs to keep himself hidden for a little bit longer because he isn't fully loaded yet, as AMX 5100, excuse me, do not load right at the start, so they actually need some time. Black Hawk and We12356 is actually going to take out Hades here with Lineage's help. Easy peasy, but they took a lot of damage as a result, and I'm not sure if this is going to be worth it.
Lineage is going to, he took a lot of critical hits there, and he goes down. It is a 6v6 now.
God, Ningyo should not be allowed to just do this. They actually should be denying him. He should not be able to stand there like that.
Ningyo is doing so much damage. So is the Sirius. Sirius does go down. The Cognac Wine says no more auto loaders from you, mister. And
you know what? Run takes a pretty huge lead here.
Wow.
Even with Ningyo doing all that damage, he didn't get any kills, really.
Again, it's like you said, Immortals usually come into these things with like a certain strategy in mind, right? And then when a team like Run just comes in and like bursts that, Immortals has a hard time just kind of collecting and thinking on the fly on like what the next strategy should be. you can see here, Immortals is down to 3 tanks, and Run doing a great job. Cognac Wine does go down finally, that 5100. And we can see that We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is also taking quite a bit of damage.
Just the accuracy for the Immortals is better, you know? And this is going to start to add up. If they can save the Catan here, this is a great position for them. If Zeus can actually block for him here, he's trying to get in position. Look at that, preemptively knowing the positioning of Scyther.
Scyther is going to, as soon as he's up, he's going to take a shot, but it ricochets. He's not able to penetrate through that hole, and now he is down. It was going so well for Run.
It really was. They had all the advantages. Looks like the Catan will fall here if Zeus can't block him. He was just a bit too slow, as is the way of IS-3s, but with that final kill there, the Immortals will take the win. Reaper wasn't even really involved in that fight, just got that there at the end.
Yeah.
It was a really, really aggressive start. They got a huge advantage. They were up like 1.5k hit points or something like that, and had a tank lead. But they just kept missing their shots, and the IS-3s outlasted them.
Yeah.
I was going to jokingly say, as that fight was started, like, after this, the Immortals are going to run 6 IS-3s and, like, a T-37. Like, okay, you'll just never destroy us because you can't hit us.
That might happen. Be careful, okay? That actually might happen.
It could, because the Immortals like do these really specific strategies. They're like, all right, now the plan is we all go IS-3s.
Oh my gosh, that would be the slowest start ever, as they're all, like, inching along.
Well, that's a problem, right? If they all went IS-3s, they might just get outmaneuvered. The capture point to the north might get taken or something like that. But you know, it's definitely, it's easy to see what the plan should be to defeat Run. It's just to play defensively, play carefully. You will outlast them, even if they have a huge lead on you. You just aim better than them, wear their tanks down, and eventually you win.
Well, yeah, I guess if Run, I like their start. Like you said, they had a very big lead in the beginning, and if they just were able to pull out a little bit and kind of hit so that they wouldn't get hit themselves, that might have worked to their advantage. But yeah, we'll see. It looks like there's going to be a tank change for Immortals, actually.
And go figure, they love to switch things up.
Yeah.
Run's like, nah, we need all those T-54s.
No, we're just gonna just use the same strategy as we did before. We're gonna run down that middle aisle. Ruinberg again, that map with a beautiful sunset. I know someone in Australia who would definitely enjoy this map.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of beautiful sunsets in Australia as well.
Yep.
I would like to see Run go to the north instead of going through the center, actually.
You think so?
Just try something different. I mean, honestly, at this point, Run is, they've got their style down. They know how to maneuver like really quickly and take an early lead like that. Maybe attacking a different location, maybe surprising them in a different way. Could be strong. Because now I think Immortals are like, oh, okay, that's what we thought you'd do. You did it for sure. You almost got us there. You almost had us, but now we just have to play the exact counter to that, which is why I think they're switching tanks. It's going to be the all IS-3s, right?
No, I hope not.
It can't be, but like that would be hilarious.
The all IS-3s versus the all T-54s. The T-54s are just like running around, but they can't hit anything. This would be the worst game possible.
It would be the worst game ever.
My gosh,
it like just times out, the defender wins.
No! Oh my god. They just send one IS-3 to like hide somewhere.
Right.
And no one can find them. Oh, yeah, that would be the worst. Let's not hope for that game. I'm trying to see here if we can go ahead and let you know. I think they're going to change out that 1390 actually and put in a T-54.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Well, it's a good like middle of the road sort of tank to pick here for this situation. It's safer. It's a better tank for like longevity rather than that damage that's limited to either doing it, or if you get knocked out you lose it, or you run out of rounds and you've got to reload. So it's got more of a middle ground, so it's decent. I like it.
All right, we'll see if that works out better for Immortals. Again, very calculated team. So game is ready. We're going to go into set number 2. Set number 2, Run versus the Immortals. And Immortals are on the defense one more time. Here are the thanks.
Cognac Wine on the 5100, an IS-3 for Cud, 4 T-54s, and a 12-ton, whereas you have 2 IS-3s for the Immortals, a 5100 and 3 T-54s. That T-37 to roll things in, so it looks like I have similar lineups for both teams. Run is going slightly more northerly.
Oh, like we said, they're going to use that road instead. Head up to the first base, base capture number 1. Yep. But again, the entire team just running together like they do. Immortals are waiting, though. There's two IS-3s that are heading over that way to meet them.
Yep, and they are spotted. Blackhawk takes some damage.
Zeus and Catan are going to try to clean up this crew here. We've got but again, yeah, all these T-54s. Oh god, it's like a nightmare, the IS-3 versus the T-54s.
Well, at least it's only two IS-3s. This fight isn't going to last too long, as the Immortals will just simply reposition themselves now back towards this capture point. It's going to be pretty easy, because the slow tanks that they have are already in the right spot. The fast tanks can get there pretty quick. In fact, Sun and Hades are going to come through here on those T-54s to come behind. Now, Zeus, in a good position here, does miss the shot on Wii 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of our favorite players of all time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He reminds me of like a Sesame Street episode.
Yeah.
We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know what? I feel like we need to say those numbers in French instead.
Oh, I don't even know how to do that.
I can count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Catan does go down. Blackhawk is able to take down one IS-3, and it looks like all of the members of Run they're just gonna, again, everybody coming together right down the middle and try to take out tanks. Oui, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He goes down.
No, you got it.
I got it, guys.
Blackhawk takes some damage, but you know, the Immortals now up 1,000 hit points. They have the better position. Ningyo is very low though, and Zeus is not in a good spot. So this could actually change very quickly.
He's going to take a shot at Zeus. Obviously, they want to get rid of him right now, but it's not fully reloaded.
He's tanking a lot here for Hades.
He is. Blackhawk taking a lot of damage, and he's going to go down as well. Run.
I just want to point out that during all of this, like, the Sirius was just not involved. He was looking for Cognac Line, who's actually facing the opposite direction, so he's probably going to get rammed here. And look at that damage, 575. 1 or 2 more shots will do it. Even if he kills Sirius here right now, it's going to be worth it, because I don't really know where he is. Hades is going to finish off Cud.
Yep.
Better maneuverability, better accuracy.
I feel like we keep saying the same thing over and over again, and it is because Run's style really is to just get in there. You know, everyone, get in there.
Exactly,
and
right?
Fight, and that's exactly what they do. And
somewhat predictable, somewhat easy to counter.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Very predictable.
But can you even imagine Run playing defense on this map? I mean, we've seen it before, but like, what are they going to do? Like, what sort of style are they actually going to show us? I think it was actually versus TCSG that they played on this map first, and I can't even imagine what they're going to try to do.
No, it's to a point where I imagine Run playing defensively, and it's like, I know I've seen it before, and I know if I see it again, it'll just shock me.
They just rush to the defensive position, try to take a fight. Like, rush to where their opponent's trying to go and then lose the fight. Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
No.
Like, what tanks are they going to run? Are they going to run T-54s, like, massively? Or are they going to run a few IS-3s and a few T-54s? That's probably what we're going to see. God,
I feel like even with IS-3s or, like, 5100s, they'll still rush it. And, like, you know what I mean? They'll go to a base and just be like, oh, we're going to rush you just because we can.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure how they're going to play this out. You're right.
I mean, because the Immortals are not going to leave the base the same way. They're going to slowly push towards the south. They're going to go out the backside. They're going to go down that dangerous path, that no man's land path on the
all the way
very
on
far
the east side, right.
That's where they're going to go. That's where they're going to try to contest and move in slowly. And Run, probably not going to be there. Where they're going to be, we'll have to see. Because
but they'll all be together.
They'll all be together.
Yeah.
No man left behind.
They'll have each other.
They'll have each other. Well said.
So, yeah, we're going to see. It looks like, because they are swapping sides, tank changes are going on right now. Never mind. Run is not changing tanks.
Nope. Looks like they're not. And
even
the Immortals
on
are ready.
The defense, they're going to just run the T-54s.
That's kind of crazy, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how they position themselves. I mean, this is definitely going to be an exciting game, a fast-paced game, like the first two. Let's just see how exactly this one's going to pan out.
I feel like they're just going to play the same, to be honest with you. Even
you
though
think they're going to rush
defense?
the middle on the defense as well?
Sure, why not?
Well, there's a million reasons why not. It just doesn't apply to Run. I'm like, well, because they're going to a choke point. They're going into the city where their opponents are waiting for them, also trying to slowly approach, like, because their opponents could be running heavy tanks that are stronger in the city, so using the lightweight tanks will probably be stronger outside. But, like, they'll probably do it. You're probably right.
Sure, why not? Okay. No, Run makes for exciting games, for sure. I'm super happy to be casting these, because even though it's really hard to read the tank names as they go down, because it goes down so fast. But But anyway, we have swapped sides now. The game is ready. We're going to go into set number 3. Set number 3, guys. Immortals up 2 games, and now Run is on the defense.
Run is on the defense, and here are our tank lists. Immortals running 5100 IS3 1390, 3 T54s, 237, and Immortals, or rather Run with the 4 T54s, an IS3, bring one IS3, and a 5100 Cognac Wine. So,
all right, Run again. They are on the defense. They are all sticking together. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, my gosh, they're splitting up. Oh, my gosh, is there a breakup going on in this group?
I don't know. Well, it's a breakup from the autoloaders and the T54s. The T54s are going to rush the top together. The autoloaders, like, okay, well, I shouldn't say the autoloaders, the heavy tanks, like the 5100 does take some time to reload, so sending them together might be a bit too aggressive. And, of course, the IS-3 doesn't want to go with those tanks. So they're going to try to ambush from behind and sandwich between the IS-3 and the T-54s. This is a cool move.
That's kind of cool. And like you said, Immortals going down south, they're going to use that no man's land road all the way on the east and see if they could position themselves over there before possibly going for base capture number 2.
Let's see. I think they're actually trying to sandwich Reaper and Zeus here. Cognac Wine already taking some damage. And he will be able to fire in 2 seconds. Okay, he's up, but he's already taken so much damage.
Right in the middle, right. Again, everyone's in the middle now.
Cognac Wine goes down before he can fire a single round, Susie. This is a problem.
Oh, gosh, that is not good. All right, Zeus is going to get found by Lineage here, but I'm not sure if... Okay, yeah, there we go. At least he's being focus fired down. They'll be able to take down Zeus. Lineage is kind of hanging out with him. Catan, just driving around here, wants to take out Scyther.
Catan is like on the cleanup crew. Everyone else is damaged. He's ready to come in here and finish them off in his last 2 rounds. Scyther should go down with the next round if he doesn't kill Catan first. Okay, yep, Catan gets the kill. And that should be game because, simply put, after Catan just blasted all his damage, he did exactly what the 5100 on Run could not, which is to do his maximum damage and then escape.
Yep.
Look at that. Not even going to kill him.
Wow. Lineage just kind of hanging on here.
Gotta say, Lineage with some serious misses there. That was pretty rough.
And now he's going to get focus fired down. He's going to go down. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the last man standing. He's just like out in the middle of nowhere by himself. That was, again, on the defense, and Run, I told you, was just going to all pack and go right down the middle.
Yeah. It's so funny how this team plays. Like, we're in week 8 now. Is that right?
Yep.
And every week they've played the same way.
End of week 8. But you know what? Every time they've tried to adapt to a different strategy, it just doesn't work out for them as well as this, like, crazy everyone down the middle strategy.
We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is like, I'll just run away. Oh, where they're capturing both bases and there's 420 left.
And there's 420. Yeah, there's a lot of time left. And he's going to get faced by Sun. Sun is going to try to chip him down. Drive-by shooting.
Well.
Ningyo is just going to finish this up. And there we go. Immortals will take game number 3.
Both the autoloaders for the Immortals were able to do a ton of damage, whereas, like, I don't even remember who was on the autoloader for Run because he died so fast.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, oh, he's up in 2 seconds, he can fire. Oh, he's already gone.
Was that Cognac Wine?
I think so.
Okay.
You rushed the 5100 that far, and remember I was like, well, they can't rush the 5100 and the IS-3, and they tried to sandwich, but then he got too out of place, like he was too exposed, the IS-3 couldn't block for him, so then he just died. That's a heavy tank, one of your most important tanks that you need to protect.
Yeah.
And then the T-54s came around, and then boom, the 1390 comes in on cleanup crew. He's like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, and you're dead. Oh, I'm out of rounds, that's fine, peace, I'm out of here.
It's kind of like one of those infomercials, like one for you, bullet for you, shell for you.
If you call now, we'll even kill their T-37.
Woo!
for only $19.99.
What a steal, guys. But yeah, Run played exactly as we expected them to on the defense, and they still went down the middle.
Yeah, that was pretty. I mean, I got to say, like, I don't want Run to play like this anymore, Susie. I like it; it's fun, but like, I think you said when they tried to do other strategies, it doesn't work as well. But I'm like, they need to just bite the bullet and keep doing it until it does work, because this style is non-standard for a reason.
I'm just wondering how often they practice.
You know what? I think they practice a lot. I think this works on the ladder. I think this works on like quick match. I think this works in the qualifiers. This works in Silver League. But we're in gold now, and it's like, This is not going to work against
No.
even the weaker side of the bracket. It's just not going to happen.
They need better strategy. They need more than one strategy. I think that, I don't even want to say better strategy. They just need more than one strategy. And yeah, and as we go into this last game on Ruinberg, let's watch run down the middle of the map again. All right, set number 4. We have Run versus Immortals. Immortals are up 3 games, and this is the last one on the map.
All right, 2 IS3s this time for Run. Switching out that 5100. 4 T54s though on the T37 as usual, and the same lineup for the Immortals. You know, it's just every game has a team like this. You know, like you look at the Chinese teams in League of Legends, they play like this. You look at the Void Rail winners in StarCraft 2. You look at the bunker rushing guys in StarCraft 1. It's like every esport, every game has a cheeser. Run are the cheesers. They're hoping to get a win with these like aggressive pushes. They're actually playing quite defensively this time, which throws me off a little bit.
What is going on? They've swapped players apparently.
2 T32 or 2 IS3s. It's definitely a little bit more of a defensive style.
Okay, yep. So Run actually playing a little more new strategy, a little more defensive, like you said, and they've spread out all along the little town area over to the right, this little town here, as you can see. And now we can see Immortals going to hug the lane of, what did we call this? No Man's Land?
No Man's Land's lane, I guess.
No Man's Land.
We've called it many things. It's just like hard to describe. It's this cobblestone pathway that's so exposed that you can drive into the street. It's flanked on both sides by trees, though. Yeah,
and wow, Catan getting focused down here. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already has dropped from the game. And yeah, it's actually a really slow game. I'm surprised.
Yep. The Immortals are just trying to get some ground here. The fact that Catan survives and does all of his damage and is now in a safe reload is really important because he can reload eventually, be able to come back into the fight later. Even though he's low, if he stays at the back where he is right now, might be able to get some damage on the Scyther, though. Gets a shot up on the Sirius.
He does, and he's able to successfully avoid being shot at. Hades trying to see if he could dent Scyther, but no, he's doing a really good job avoiding the damage.
These two must be like eternal rivals, the Scyther and the Sirius. Always aiming at each other across the way. Sun is coming in now.
Sun is the superstar, but he's not superstar of this game.
Yeah, not yet anyways. Let's see what he can get done here. He's coming for the Scyther.
Ooh, he is. He's going to come around and see if he can get him from a short... But Blackhawk is there, going to take shots at Sun as well. So it's a 2v1. Hades is going to come around and see if he can help out the Sirius. He's like, no, this is my kill. I'm going to come and get rid of him. Lineage, seeing if he can come around back. It really is just a positional fight now. And Sirius does get Scyther, the two... What is it? The rivals, right?
Yeah, the rivals there. This is just starting to fall apart here for Run. The Immortals clearly with better communication. Like, you see a move like that where the Sirius comes in to get that kill because he's like, or rather the Scyther comes in to get that kill because he's like, Hades is telling him, and Sun is communicating with him saying, oh, he's back there. You know, go get that kill. Cognac Wine, the last man standing here. Go get that kill. I've seen him there. He's behind that building. Whereas you can see Run is just kind of, it feels like every player is doing their own thing. Where you look at the Immortals like, okay, if we surround this guy, kill him, and then move back, then they're one less tank. We just repeatedly do that, we're going to eventually wear them down.
It's almost like Run is like, maybe if I hide here, no one will see me. And
it's like they've already seen you like 3 times.
Yeah.
You need to move out of there.
Well, Immortals goes ahead and takes Game 4 in a very convincing win. And that's it for Ruinberg. They're going to go on to Mines.
Run going to be on the defensive on Mines first. We saw, I think, 4 games on this map with TCSG and Run. I think it went 2-2 on Mines. It was a really close series, actually. So we've seen Run very aggressive on this map. I think what we're going to see is similar games to how Karen Tiger and Elong play on this map, just fights in the middle or fights at the beach. Right in the middle
of the, right. I think it'll be right in the middle of the mine, but I think the fights will be not as polished as we saw earlier with Karen
definitely
Tigers.
not. And no Burt, no Obelisk type play.
Not.
I think what we're going to see is probably, my guess is the Immortals are going to be running more IS3s. They're going to be running more T32 type tanks. Maybe a 1390, maybe not any 5100s because that's too much of a liability. No tank destroyer, that's for sure. And I think we're going to be seeing from Run a ton of T-54s.
As they do. But let's take a look at the map. We have mines ready for you here. This is mines.
Yeah, and let's talk about like why they might do these things. See this area right here, the waterfront, another area where T-54s are great. That's where they're standard, in fact, on this map. But that's not how Run is going to be playing this. They will use their T-54s perhaps to go through that location, or they'll rush the middle here on that island, the mines area, the high up plateau. As you can see, this rush point or the rush point down the beach. That's where Run is going to be going on the defensive. That was the defensive arrows that were just shown there. So those are the two different ways that Run can approach this. Because even though they are on the defense starting this out, I have almost zero feelings that they are going to be playing safely and defensively. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Probably not. As you guys can see here from the aerial view, the two base captures, one at the beach and the lighthouse, and one all the way in by the towns where the houses are. I even want to say that these base capture points are a non-factor in this next game because I don't think they'll even bother with it. I think Run's just going to try to get in there, get a run for their money.
Except for like the first 2 weeks of this series, you know, we talked about this last week a lot actually, is base capture on this map is usually not a thing. It's all about elimination. And that's part of the reason why I feel like this map is so technical, because you can threaten with the base captures, but it's so difficult to actually capture them and actually win the game that way. It's all about controlling the mines, controlling the beach, those 2 points of contention. And if we see a massive T-54 lineup for Run, they could go either direction. It's really up to them. But all the Immortals need to do is run some heavy tanks, defend, defend, defend. Even though they're on the attack, just defend.
I think so too. Okay, game is ready. We're going to go into game number 5.